School's out for summer. School's out forever. School's been blown to pieces.
I hope you enjoyed that intro as much as I did. This was a requested look by my father-in-law, and he really wanted to dress up as Alice Cooper for Halloween, so I made it happen. The first thing I'm doing here is priming his face with my Glorious Face and Eye Primer, and now I'm going to take my lightest shade of foundation because my dad is dark complected and Alice Cooper is a little bit more pale than he is. So I'm just applying this all over to his face to create a little bit more pale look. Alice Cooper has more dramatic nostrils than my father does, and so I'm going to create some shadows along his nose to create the illusion of bigger nostrils. Like I said, Alice Cooper has some wild nostrils, and they are the most intense nostrils I've ever seen in my life. So it looks a little dramatic on him. I'm going to blend it out a little bit to make it look a tiny bit more natural. But this is a costume look, so I'm keeping it more dramatic as well. Now I'm taking my Beachfront bronzer and I'm attempting to contour his nose a little bit more to make it look thinner. My dad is much darker than I am, so the colors aren't working as well, but it is still visible. And now I'm going to blend it out to make it look slightly more natural. So now this makes his nose appear thinner and his nostrils appear larger, more like Alice Cooper. So now I'm adding some shadows along his chin and contouring his face a little bit more. This is just a slight contouring because the color that I'm using isn't quite dark enough for anything dramatic. And I'm contouring in his cheekbones to appear more like Alice Cooper's because Alice Cooper has a much thinner face as well. And then Alice Cooper has some rosy cheeks, maybe because he's performing a lot on stage or that's just his natural color. So I'm adding a little bit of blush to his cheeks, but I'm really blending it out so it covers more of the cheek and looks more like a natural flush rather than wearing blush. And for this part, I'm using my Jumbo NYX pencil because it's a lot easier to smudge out than our Perfect Black eyeliner. And I'm going to create the big smoky look that Alice Cooper has. This is definitely a wild eye look. I would not wear it in a natural setting, but for this look it's identical to what Alice Cooper does for his stage makeup. So you're going to want to take this all around the eye, even below the eyelid, and then you're going to smudge it out up to the eyebrows and kind of blend it out a little bit more. To set the black eyeliner, I'm taking our Corrupted Mineral Eye Pigment and patting that all over where I had applied the black eyeliner, and this is just gonna keep it in place and make it look a little bit more dramatic and messy as well. Now I'm taking a felt tip eyeliner and drawing on the lines that connect to the eye makeup. This is going to be above and below his eye, and you're gonna want to make it look even so the lines match up on the top and the bottom. And definitely look at a reference picture when you're doing this, because you want to make it look as close to Alice Cooper's look as possible. So now I'm going to draw on the lines that connect from the lips down to the chin. Again, look at a reference picture so you know exactly how this is supposed to look. And it's supposed to go from the corner of the lip all the way down to the chin bone. Now I'm using my lightest shade of BB cream and creating a highlight on the nose just to make the contouring look a little bit more prominent. And we're going to try to create the illusion of a more pointed, upturned nose with bigger nostrils. I'm doing as best as possible with the colors that I had on hand, but you want to make sure you blend it out as well as possible. And definitely, again, I keep mentioning this, but it's super important to look at a reference picture when you're doing these kind of things. That way you match it as well as possible. So now we're going to throw on a messy dark colored wig. We're also going to put on a darker colored blazer and a dark colored shirt to match Alice Cooper's style a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I definitely had fun doing it with my dad, and it was definitely a good bonding moment. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd like to hear any response or feedback. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.